I've got smoke and I've got some spice.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. I'm doing 2 reviews in one today, and one of them is food. First time food. I've got this. This is really special and it's hard to get hold of. This is the Helles Schlenkerla Lagerbier. See that? That's not pronounced Hells, it's Helles. This is from the Schlenkerla Brewery, based in Bamburg in Bavaria. They are renowned for their smoked beers. They use oak to smoke their malt, and it gives it a unique smoky flavour. Now I've tried their Marzen, which is their sort of flagship beer, and it's unique. It's intense. It's smoky. The smoked malts really do stand out. They do a Weizen, and they do other styles of German beer, and they also do a lager. Now the lager doesn't have the smoked malt, but it's stored and brewed in the same kettles and the same vats as the or the same barrels as the smoke beer, so you're going to get some smoke beer on it, so it's quite a subtle flavour that you get on the lager. I got this from beerhunter.co.uk. More on them in a minute. And I've got a pack of these. These are Snyders of Hanover. Now you'd think these were German, coming from Hanover. They're not. This is Hanover in Pennsylvania, which is a renowned German area. They still speak, they call it Pennsylvania Dutch. It's basically German that they speak, because there's a large German immigrant community there, and they still uphold the traditions and still speak the language, but it's nothing like modern day German. But these and this came from beerhunter.co.uk. I originally ordered their Weiss beer. They didn't have it, so they said we'll substitute it for something else, and I thought they were just going to give me some run-of-the-mill Weiss beer, but they give me some of this, which is brilliant because I've never tried this before. And they threw in, as a thank you for putting up with not having the stuff, they threw in a pack of these as well. So I'm going to try these together. They are pretzels. They're jalapeno, and they go with beer. Apparently, that's why they sell them. So I'm going to try the 2 together. Okay, so let's get this open. All right. So what is this? This is a lager, and Schlenkerla are renowned for their smoke. That's the cap there, you see that? They are renowned for their smoky flavoured beer. Now this is a 500ml bottle. It is 4.3%, so it's quite low on the alcohol ABV. This is all in German. Fucking German. Inconsiderate fuckers. Oh no, it's not actually. I'm lying. I take it all back. Helles Schlenkerla lager is brewed with finest Bavarian aroma hops and lagered in the 14th century beer cellars underneath the Schlenkerla Brewery. Yeah, because that's all based in Bamburg, and they brew it underground underneath their brew house. It is boiled in the same copper kettles and bottom fermented in the same yeast as the classic Echt Schlenkerla Rauchbier, which is what I was talking about earlier. Its subtle smokiness hence makes the Schlenkerla style a unique representative of the traditional beer type Helles. It's a 500ml bottle, 4.3%. Schlenkerla is German slang for somebody with a gammy leg, or somebody who's wobbly on their feet. Now, we've all been wobbly on our feet after a few beers, so that's probably where that's come in. Very aptly named for me actually, because I've had quite a few nights like that. Right, let's see what's in the bottle first. Oh, do you know what that smells of? And my missus, when I let her taste the other stuff, the other Schlenkerla stuff, she said it tasted like bacon, smoky bacon. This smells like smoky bacon, which is a new one on me. I've never had a beer that tastes and smells of smoky bacon. So let's get it in the glass. Now remember, this is a lager, this is a Helles, which is the German term for light coloured beer. Helles means bright or light in German. Okay, so there it is in the glass. Very clean, golden colour, light carbonation, small bubbles, half finger head, white head. Again, smoky bacon. Brilliant. Here's the bottle label. Really good labels on this, very Teutonic labels, very Germanic. And there's the back, it's got a description on the back. Pause that if you want to read it, it's what I just read out. So yeah, the Bavarian purity laws, something. That's what that translates to. I am covered in bloody dog hairs because the dog has just been sitting on me. So I do apologise if I look like I'm covered in dog hairs. Right, let's get this down the hatch. Do you know what? That's really good. I recently reviewed Berliner Pils and Flensburger Pilsner, and they all have that really nice German beer malt flavour to them. It's light, it's unmistakable, and this has got it as well, and I love that in a lager. You don't get that in any other lager. Pilsners, even from the Czech Republic, obviously all your macro brewed stuff, you don't get anything like this, but in German beer you just get that lovely light, subtle biscuity malt flavour, and it shines through on this as well. But there's a tinge of smoky sweetness, if you can imagine that. Almost creaminess, but I'm not talking about the butterscotch that you get from diacetyl. It's not that. This is just oozing with flavour. Oh, that's so good. It's really good. And you do get that bacon. It's unmistakable that. I think I'm associating, because it's smokiness. It's got the smokiness going on, and I do like smoky bacon. My brain or my taste buds are associating that with bacon, but it's not. It's just the light, subtle smokiness. Excuse me. If you taste the proper Marzen that these Schlenkerla people do, I mean, that is intense. The smokiness, it just steams through on it, and it's bitter. And it does get, you know, I can imagine it not being the beer for some people, but I liked it, I really did. And this is like, well, how can I put it? It's similar to that, but it's obviously turned down. It hasn't got the body that I mean, that was a dark lager. It was a bottom fermented beer, so you could argue that it is a lager, but had an intense smoky flavour. This is so much more subtle. But you do get that beautiful German, unmistakably German lager feel and taste to your beer with this, and I love it. I absolutely love this. This is fantastic. If this was just a beer on its own, like a lager, that'd be up there. So I'm going to try some of these now. These Snyders of Hanover pretzels. These are jalapeno pretzels. Now these are supposed to go with beer, right? So I'm just going to open these up, and I'm going to try them, and I'm going to see what they're like. Oh, they're really nice. Oh. They're not like, you know, your normal biscuity type pretzels. They're not like that at all. These are crunchy, almost like thick potato crisps, if you can imagine that. It's thick, solid potato crisps. I'm trying to think of a crisp to compare it with. Fuck me, they've got a bit of a kick on them though, with them jalapenos. And they go perfectly with beer, because I've had, I think, 3 of them, and all of a sudden I want to take a sip out of my beer. And they go really well with it, because they do add the salt and the spicy to it. This is what they look like. I don't know if you can see that or not. Alright. They've got like a biscuity feel to them. And I'm trying to think like, what's them, Ritz biscuits. It's got that sort of flavour to them, but slightly more crunchy. Almost like, it reminded me of pork scratchings a little bit as well. But they've got the jalapenos in them. Oh, fuck me, they've got a kick in them. I'll say, if you don't like spicy stuff, don't buy these. But they're really good. But the trouble is, they're really salty and spicy. And the first thing you do once you've finished them, you want to take a mouthful of beer. And the two go perfectly. These are really good. I'd recommend these if you... Oh, that spice is kicking in now. Really good, really nice. I'd recommend these if you're drinking lager. With your bitters and your Guinness and your stouts and all that, probably wouldn't go down too well. Your IPAs might be okay, but the spice and the bitterness and the hops may not do it. These are just perfect with lager. Lager is the perfect drink for these. And this stuff goes down great. This is superb. I do like these. I have eaten a day. I'm not going to eat too many of these because I want to save them. I want to save these for my missus. She hates spicy food. I'll just say they're lovely, and watch her explode. If you can imagine eating 3 Ritz biscuits, having some pork scratching, you know, the fat from pork scratching, having some of that over it slightly, and then some jalapeno spice on the top. No, they're crunchier than the Ritz biscuits. They're unique. I can't really compare them to anything. Oh, they're so good. They are so good. Oh, you've got to try these. I imagine without the jalapenos they're just as good, but fuck me, with these jalapenos they are really nice. You've got to try them. Really good, really like them. And this, you know, I make myself look like a pig here, and I just stuffing my face full of beer nuts, and well, I imagine beer nuts are what they're like, but they haven't got a peanut flavour to them. They haven't got a peanut consistency. It's like a really crunchy biscuit coated in like a fatty style coat, salt, and then the jalapenos on top, and then washing it down with this. slightly smoky, 4.3, which is effectively a session lager. Oh, fucking hell. Heaven. I'm in heaven with these two. See this? That's going to get a 10 out of 10 from me because it's only 4.3. It's got all the great flavours from a good Bavarian lager. That little smoky, you know, little smoky taste on the top. And it's so drinkable. And it just goes down superbly. Great mouthfeel. As you would expect from a German lager. If you can imagine the Augustiner Helles, my favourite lager, which incidentally Beer Hunter threw in a bottle of that as well. I mean, fucking hell, you can't go wrong with it. And this stuff, which they threw in as well, see, that's customer service done right. I'm going to buy some more of these from them because it's lovely. So this is getting 10 out of 10. That's getting 10 out of 10. And remember, beer is working class champagne.